Good day, my dear students, and also the hard coder. Today we're going to continue our series. So my last upload was that was not included in our series because that is exclusive for the third gear, which is the updating. They were going to continue our series, which was the last time was. Adding account or creating account, right? So it was adding account. Okay, I got this one. Alright, so create accounts are here. So this was our last discussion topic. Okay, so and also I think I made a mistake right here because if I click the back button it will go to the main form. So supposedly it will go back to the login form, right? So let's go back to our create account, sign, there it is. So this should be form 1, right? Okay, so here, so now we are going to create a buttons right here for viewing the accounts, all of the accounts inside our database. So for example, this main form is for the control for the admin user. Okay, so this we are going to create a button right here for viewing accounts. So we have, I'm going to use my black button. Yeah, alright. So let me change this to match the color. And this is like alright. So for example, I want this to be view accounts. Let's just assume that this main form is for the admin user, right? So if I click view accounts, there will be a panel right here showing accounts, showing all of the accounts. Okay. So we will need this tool for that. So here in this view, do not forget to click the details, go to edit column, and then we will copy the columns right here. So we have ID, username, password, and full name. ID, username, password, full name. Alright. So it's not necessary to really copy the column name right here, because here in our system you have to keep in your mind that the one keep it in your mind that this system is for the user, not for the programmer. Okay? So keep that in mind. So making sure that all the labels or description or any content should be readable by a normal user. Okay, so this is ID. This will be my username, and this will be my phone name, password. And this will be my phone name. Okay, so I'm going to name this into LV accounts. LV accounts. Alright. Now, before I proceed, by the way, we need to you need to learn first the panel management, because I don't want you to develop a system or a design that the panels are overlapping. You're just stacking them, okay, and then every time you need to call so for example, you have view accounts, edit accounts, like that. Once you click those buttons, just for example, you have an edit account right here. Let's see. Edit. Okay. Oh. Okay. View accounts, edit accounts. So let's say, for example, if you want to go to another panel, I know what you're going to do. You have to hide and then show what would you like to show. Okay, so that is very bad user interaction, programmers interaction. Why? Because what if you would like to change, or you would like to add something in that panel? You cannot change that immediately, because you have to drag all those buttons like this, and then anything like that. Okay, so that is very bad development style. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we need to add a panel, and this will serve as my main panel. Alright, this will serve as my main panel. I'm gonna name this main panel. So by the way, we are going to use user control. Okay, this will be my main panel. And then okay, so this list of uses, this view is for our this is for our viewing of accounts, right? So I need to cut this one, Control X for cutting, and then we need to create user control for the viewing of accounts. Okay. Control Shift A, and then wait. Alright, okay, there you go. So here, making sure you're selecting user control, and I'm gonna name this USC underscore view accounts. Okay, so there it will create new form alike form, and this main panel will be this user control will become a sub panel here inside our main panel. So for example, if I click view account, I'll just have to unload first or clear first what's inside my main panel, and then call on my user control view account. So here I would like to paste my LV accounts list view, and then here in the LV accounts list view, this is where I want my database operation that will get all the data, okay, that will get all the accounts inside our database. Now since I think with that, do we have already the syntax for that or function for that, viewing all the accounts? So then here it is, getting account. Okay, so we can just reuse this function to view our accounts. So double click the accounts load, and then again, since we will be using data reader, and we need to import MySQL data. Then let's create variable for that. SQL data MySQL data reader dr, and then here do not forget to open and close first before doing anything else. And then here you want to initialize, and then call our getting account. Okay, so here in getting account, I would like to iterate. No, let's check. Okay, we need to iterate what's inside. If while dr still reading something, I would like to create list view item, and of course new list view item. So the first item right here is our first column. So dr open close bracket plus double quotes to convert this into string. Then inside our bracket, we need to put a specific column. Okay, so I want my first column should be the ID, which is ID. So it should be correct spelling. Okay, now for another item, just call on the sub items that add, and then same code right here but different columns, okay, to make your life easier. So what is next? App username, again copy, forgot password, and full name, password and full name. Okay, so since this is user control, we need to create a panel folder. Okay, so we will name this holder, and then here in our constructor parameter, we will create a panel and we will name that temporary, okay, or temp. So what will happen is, after that, before loading all the components, so for example list view, before loading that, since it will ask some parameters right here, so it will require some input. So we will pass the panel. Okay, we will pass the panel holder. We will pass what should be the panel that we want to make our user control stick into. Okay, So what should be the panel? So we will pass on the main panel. Okay, so here holder, we will initialize holder as our temporary. So whenever we are going to call on the view accounts, it will require you to input something that is panel, right? So we will pass the main panel, and then that main panel, that user control then. Okay, so here in our main form, no, not the main form, yes, the main form. So here in our main form, if I click the view accounts, I forgot to rename the variable. Okay, so here in our view accounts, I would like to clear first the control of my main panel. Control that clear, and then right after that I will instantiate a variable from my view account, since I want to show my view account user control. So just call USC and then create some variable for that. View account back equals oopsie. New accounts here. Since we are, look, just some error because it needs to be filled in with panel, right? Because here we create, we put some parameter inside, we put some value here inside our parameter. That is why it's asking, so what should be the panel that we're going to pass here? So we need to pass the main panel, right? Main panel, and then after passing the main panel here, we want to add a user control inside our main panel. Controls that add. So what should be the user control that we need to add? This one, that one that we created a while back. So put the vacuum there. Okay. So let's try. Oops, I would like, perhaps I need to change the program for fast development. So main form. Alright. So here, if I click view accounts, it will show the view account user control, right? So let's say let's create another user control for our products for you to see the changes. Okay, this is my USC product. Okay, so for example, here in my product I have ComboBox for my types of product, and then I have also list box for the list of my product, and list view. I'm gonna be using list view. Okay, again, details, column. We don't have table for products yet. Okay, so let us just assume that we already have the product. So ID and then the product name and then the price. Okay, so let's say again, double click. Again, we need to create a panel folder or whatever variable you like. Then here inside my parameter, I would like to create again for my temporary, and then this folder that we created our back, let's initialize that with temporary. Okay, so we will go back to our main form, and then if I click the edit accounts, so we created the product here. So let's change this and view products. Okay, view products. If I double click the view products, copy this one, paste, but change this variables. So this would be USC view products, right? We have view products, USC product now. USC product, and then this one also USC product. USC product, and then name this view product BP. Let's try view accounts, view products. Okay, so there you go. So if you have another option right here, then just create another user control. Okay, so the good thing about this is you can easily edit, add, modify, beautify, design your panel right at its full resolution. Okay, you can have individual editing for each design. Okay, unlike you are just doing like this, I will show you, because maybe some of you will attempt to do that practice, which is not good. Let's say, for example, this is your main panel, and then you will create another panel for your product. Okay, let's put a label. This is your product. Let's put some color for us to see the transition. I want this to be maroon. Okay, and then another panel for, this is just an example of it. This is what we did before, way back college days. Okay, we will just stack all those panels, and then we will so for example, this is my accounts. Okay, so what we are going to do is, of course, rename P accounts, and then here is P product. Okay, alright, so there. Of course, at first, if I click view accounts, let's say, for example, if I click view accounts, yeah, let's put the product on the top of each panels. So let's say, for example, if I click the Also this one, this is the common problem if you're doing like this. Okay, it's overlapping, so you need to try to overlap one panel to another like this. It's messy, right? So let's run this. You will see the top right there. So that's it. So what happened to those two panels? It disappeared because every time we click the buttons, it will clear the main panel, which is the two panels are being, which is the two panels are sub panels for this main panel, since they are inside the main panel, as you can see, right? So that's a problem. So do not do that one. Practice using user control. Okay, so I'm going to delete this. Let's go to ComboBox, because also one of my students, Rick Kitosina and Agustin Osina, they are also requesting to provide an example on how to populate ComboBox. Okay, and then they really persuade me to fix their laptop, because they don't want to enroll again. Okay, so I am proud to them because they are eager to learn. Okay, so first, Ricky and Augustine, here in your ComboBox, of course, we need to rename CB. What should be the options right there? So since this is a product, let's say we will this will be a product type. CB product type. What happened? CB product, that's it. Okay, so also you need to check the drop down style. It should be list, okay, so that it will not be editable. Okay, now let's say for example we have, I'm going to show you first the basic populating of ComboBox. Okay, so ComboBox, we just have to call your variable ComboBox, and then just like list view, but we just have to put add right away, and then if we put some text right there, it will add an item, the products. Okay, it will add an item, and then if you have lots of items, of course it will also do the items. Okay. Let's say for example you want to add an item from database going to your ComboBox. So just like what you did in the list view, same code, since where's our list view for accounts? Do we have it already? For viewing the accounts, we don't have it yet, right? So here, we already have it. This one, but okay. Let's try. Why is it doesn't put the... Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm so sorry, I forgot the very last thing, the very last line of code for this to load, for this to add all the items. So every accounts dot items dot add, and then add your item, the accounts. So there you have all the accounts, and then let's try to use this code, this getting account code, here in our ComboBox. Where is that? Okay, so as instead of doing it manually, let's try to put some database using SQL data client. Hey, check. Okay, so and then here SQL data reader dr, then right here open, close, then right here dr dot get account, same process. Okay, but this time we will call our ComboBox items dr and then specific column. So specific column, so let's say I want to load all the users. Okay, I'm gonna put user, and what happened? Okay, we forget to put add. Okay, so let's try accounts products. Error. Okay, I'm so sorry, we don't have accuser. It should be accuser name. New products, there you have it. There it is. So I think that's it for now. It's 30 minutes long. I really want to cover all of the topics right now, but I need to rest also because I need to travel again tomorrow. Yes. Ricky, Augustine, I hope you learned something in today's video. And please, if you have classmates who are having a problem, just like a problem regarding the framework, if they are using the cracked one, or if they are installing frameworks and then their Windows is already Windows 10, they don't need to do that. Okay, because Windows 10 is already 4.5 framework. Okay, so if they install the framework and then they're having a problem like that, just tell them to uninstall the framework. Okay, and then hopefully tomorrow again I'm gonna uploading videos, because next week will be your judgment day. Okay, so do not also rely on my tutorials. If you have time, if I don't have time to respond all your queries, try to search for another source. Okay, so try to uh, do it on your own. Okay, because um, I have also some work to do. So I'm just okay. So good night, good morning, my students. Okay, so hopefully tomorrow, right after. Okay, so hopefully tomorrow I will cover all of the topics or information that you need to know in order your system to be in full cycle. Okay, full cycle. Once your system is in full cycle, that's the time that you are going to go back and then try to do some trappings. Okay, so try to trap the user. If the user will click this, what will happen? If the user will click this, what will happen? You need to prevent that. Okay, so we are going to act as a user. We are going to act as user, not a programmer. Okay, so make it sure that you are trapping all those fields that needs to be trapped. Okay, so that's it for now again, and then good morning. Bye.